count like a white person?
Excuse me?
No, you count like an American. So in Europe, they'll.
Oh, I don't count with my thumb and do this. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no. Well,
I hate that.
Yeah, no, but like when you did it, you didn't start off with. Well, no, you went to your thumb to your pinky. That's weird to me.
No, I didn't. Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you go sequential, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always seen everyone else do that. I'm like, that's dumb. I'm gonna do it my own way.
I'm gonna do it my own way.
Yeah, so like you put your hand out, and like if you put 4 fingers up, your
4.
thumb is in. So 5, 4, natural progression. When you do 3 fingers, I mean, some people do that with the thumb out, but I like to just do like the 3.
Well, I kind of imagine like Roman numerals. So like, yeah, this makes sense for 3.
Yeah,
If somebody
that's
did
just
this
a
for
natural
3,
progression. Well, if you did this, if you had like the 3, like your index, middle, and ring finger up for 3, that makes sense. If you like just starting from here, if you want to go to 4, what would be easier, popping the pinky up or bringing the thumb out?
I would say bringing the thumb out.
How? That stretches your pinky more.
It
Because the pinky.
this stretches my thumb.
You know what's interesting to me?
Like when I have my thumb down and my pinky out, I can feel a stretch right here, like right under, like kind of like in my
Yeah, but
forearm
the
top.
Pinky like stretches more, like right here, in my opinion. Well, you know what's always fascinated me?
This feels so much more natural, huh?
The relationship between the pinky and the ring finger.
The relationship between the. What are you talking about?
So try to make a fist.
Okay.
You see how you can lift like your index and middle finger up completely? Try to lift your ring finger up completely with keeping your pinky balled in.
Fuck.
You can't.
Yeah, no, it's.
But you can lift the
You can-
pinky completely without moving the ring finger up.
Oh my god, that's fucking weird.
That's weird. The
Well, like, it's literally just the ring finger.
yeah, the ring finger and the pinky have. I wonder what it actually like is. Like what like the point of that is.
I don't think there's really necessarily a point to it. I think it just might be an evolution.
Well, I guess not point to it, but like reasoning, like what's happening. I think it's just like the tendon is like shorter or something. But like
Either
why?
the tendon is shorter, or like for some reason bones are just like clicking together, and it's like they're not gonna go past each other.
Yeah, I don't really know. Well, I feel like the bones were rubbing together. You'd feel it. I think it's like literally
think
a
it's the
tendon thing,
tendon,
'cause,
right?
like
Yeah.
you can feel it like in the
Right here,
webbing in between. Yeah, it's
right
that's always been
between
like
the
weird to
middle
me.
and the ring.
I've always loved it. Hey, welcome back to In the Truck, guys.
We've been talking about fingers for
Yeah.
a long time.
Well, we were just gonna start, and then Corey called me a white person, which I am. I am very much. I'm a. What did you call me? A pog? Pale ass white girl.
Yeah, no, you're a pog.
No, sorry, I'm a pale ass white guy.
Yeah.
God, yeah, I'm not. Yeah. How's it going, man?
Dude,
It's been like 2 weeks since we recorded a podcast.
honestly, just about nothing's happened.
I know.
Like, I started watching The Amazing World of Gumball more. That's a really funny show. I
remember
highly
the only
recommend
time
it.
I've ever watched Amazing
Amazing Gold of Gumball.
Amazing Gall of Bumball was when I was in the dentist's office. They'd have it on.
It's a good place.
Yeah, they'd like put on like like they put on the headphone and
I don't think I could do that while having the dentist work on me because I find Amazing World of Gumball to be hilarious.
oh yeah. I mean that was like a while ago. Now when I go to the dentist, I'm like, so how's it look? It's shitty in there, right? Shut up! Stop talking. Okay.
Not my old dentist. They always had a Galaga cabinet that you could just press a button and it would put credits in. So I would
Really?
I hated going to the dentist because kids they hate going to the dentist.
Yeah.
But I was only okay with going to the dentist because of that Galaga machine.
Really?
And I would force my mom to bring me to the dentist like 2 hours early just so I could sit there and play on the Galaga machine. And I'd
my
always
God.
get the high score.
I remember, this is actually a thing that like I feel like kids today don't.
The high scores don't matter on those cabinets anymore.
No, okay. Something that kids today don't experience as much. So like when I was a kid, both two different things. When my dad had dentist appointment.
Back in my day.
He had to drink. He had to drive 3 hours away to actually
You had to drink 3 hours away?
Yes, he had to drink 3 hours away. No, he had to actually come to the place we're in right now.
Yeah.
For his dentist appointment. And I remember the few times I had to come with him, like just because like we couldn't be left alone or whatever. We came with him.
Yeah. You're a kid. You're with a parent.
He was in the appointment, and I was so young that I don't really remember it as much. But I remember that there was always this room, and it had a fucking PS2. And I remember this is the first time I've ever played Sonic Colors.
Oh.
Which he was just getting his dentist appointment done, and I was just sitting there fucking playing Sonic Colors.
Sonic Colors is the 3D one, right?
Yeah, it's a PS2 one. It's one of the better ones.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Because I think
wait, is it Sonic Colors? I'm pretty sure it is.
Sonic Colors, I thought wasn't that bad. I did play it when I was younger, and
it's the one with like
it's not that
like
glitchy.
Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles on like the cover and shit. Like
Yeah.
Sonic Colors. Yeah, I think I'm thinking about it right. Yeah.
Or are you talking about Sonic Mania? No,
that's newer.
Well,
Sonic Mania just came.
Well, when I mean Sonic Mania, I don't mean like absolutely. It's the trilogy pack that had Sonic 1, 2, 3, and then the Knuckles one.
Are you talking about the the collection, like the Genesis collection?
Yeah.
Okay, no, it's not Sonic Colors. Sonic Colors is newer.
Ex-
2010. What the fuck? Which one am I thinking of? Sonic.
Could it have been Beast Unleashed?
No, it's not Unleashed. It's before that. It's PS2 era. It can't. Sonic. Fuck. What is it? Sonic.
Sonic games. Look, we gotta stop everything. We're gonna find this fucking game.
It's fucking. What is it? Yeah, it's Sonic Mania is 2017.
God, it's new.
I hear that Sonic Mania is actually like.
I heard it's pretty good.
It's the best Sonic like in a while.
Did we?
Sonic Colors.
I think I talked about the Sonic Bible a very little bit, but.
Oh my god, can we play Sonic and the Black Knight for the fucking channel? That one looks like so fucking weird.
I know we've watched. Have you watched Game Grumps play that?
Oh yeah, I think I've seen part of it.
Yeah, that's
was that back when JonTron was still.
No, I think they.
That was.
I think they did it with JonTron, and then they ended up
Sonic
finishing
Heroes.
it up with Danny.
Sonic Heroes. Okay, I was gonna say that was PS2 era. It was 2003. Holy shit, Sonic Heroes. That's the one I always played. That game. That's a good fucking game. Not Sonic Colors. Sonic Heroes. I remember always playing that at the dentist's office. And another thing is...
And another thing about dentists.
No, that's what I was going to say before I got lost about the Sonic thing, was at my dentist, I remember like in the waiting room, you had to wait for 20, half an hour, whatever.
20 hours.
Yeah, 20 hours. They would always have like N64s there.
What? That's sick.
Yeah, and like a PS1. And I remember like playing like fucking Crash Nitro Kart Racing at my dentist, and that's what I was getting to. I feel like they don't have that in dental places anymore.
No, they're just
they used to have that at McDonald's too.
Yeah, I even remember that.
Fortnite on their fucking phone now. That's
so
that's
no
one will ever like experience. Like I'm sure if I go to that same dentist's office, Sonic Heroes ain't there anymore.
No, it's definitely not going to be there. I really hope that there is probably a dentist out there that does have, or anywhere really. Anywhere that has just kids that come in and out, one of those kids is going to see that N64, see that NES, or see whatever the fuck it is that's over there, and they're like, I need to go see that thing. I need to go and understand what that is. And they're going to go play it, and then they're going to sit there and be amazed by it. And then they're never going to have it again. They're going to think about that for years. I had such a connection to this one arcade cabinet, and I'm never going to have that back.
If they even fucking have it. I really doubt that most places even have that. Like, at least in the U.S., I feel like there's probably, if there is, it's very, very little.
Something I really wished I grew up with.
Apparently my mic was not working.
God damn it.
Apparently that happened. All right, whatever. Yeah.
Something that I've always wanted to grow up with, but I just didn't grow up at the right time was what is it? I want to say computer cafes.
Like internet cafes?
Yeah, internet cafes. Thank you.
Yeah, that was like 2008 type shit.
Yeah, I've always.
It's also like a city thing. I feel like.
We lived
in a rural.
I know a couple people that did it when, like, my brother played a lot of RuneScape back in the day.
Yeah.
So whenever he'd go down to Madison, he'd occasionally do that. He only did it a handful of times.
Right.
But it was always an amazing experience because you'll go to the place, usually you drop James off, and he'd be there for a week. He'd just go hang out with friends and such. So he'd be doing a lot more than just playing RuneScape. But still, RuneScape was the main deal. That was the main grind.
Where he went down there just to play
Just to play RuneScape.
because there was internet there?
Well, because he had friends there that also played.
Oh,
He just had a lot of friends that played RuneScape.
sure. I remember. I mean, I
But that community, the community of people that come with it, it's really cool to
I'm
have.
sure there still is a community. I mean, because there's a whole I feel like it's like a film cliche now, but of like people like taking their laptop and going to like a Starbucks or some shit,
Right.
like a coffee place or whatever, just to use the free Wi-Fi, just to like be out of the house,
Right.
You know, like to go right or whatever.
Mhm.
And I low key I've always wanted to do it. That's why I've always wanted a laptop, which don't have one yet, but.
Hell, at the HP, you might be able to do that.
The HP. Oh yeah, maybe. I feel like you're not qualified unless you have a MacBook. If you're gonna white girl it up and like sit
It's
in a
pink.
Starbucks,
It is a pink HP.
That's true. Maybe I'll just slap the Apple.
Just
on it.
slap it.
Whoa,
I
is that
probably
a
wouldn't.
MacBook? Yeah. Fuck, dude. Why do you keep leaving me? I don't know why it doesn't happen.
Could it be over there?
No, it comes back as soon as I do this. Huh. We're using the. I'm sorry if the quality is jumping around. We're using the Triton FET heads because cloud lifters are expensive, and
Just keeps on plugging.
yeah, it keeps like getting loose. So if my mic keeps cutting in and out, I'm sorry. It was happening last time too. Maybe it's because I constantly adjust it, but I constantly change my position. I should stop adjusting it and just leave it and just talk into it.
I've been kind of just trying to move around the mic.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it consistent. So I'm like trying to keep it like the fist away. You
That's
know?
fair.
But
Yeah, you're trying to be professional. It's
we're
a whole
trying to be
deal.
professional. Homie, I'm professional.
Homie, I'm professional. Some like low voice shit like that.
I don't know, man. I'm not good with coming up with shit on the spot like
Don't
that.
you like outsource for things like that?
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah.
You trying to smoke a blunt right now?
trying to smoke a
Oh, but that was some
You mean
next
right
level
now?
dog shit right there.
right now?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
Juanita, come bring us some weed. Sure, Snoop, I'll be right there. Got y'all weed.
Coffee's good.
Y'all want anything else? Tea, head, bottled water?
Did you say head?
Head? You never got no head before?
I mean, I did, but like, I just feel like that's like really not appropriate right now.
Well,
What kind of tea do you have?
we got black, Earl Grey, English breakfast, raspberry.
You know what? I'll take some head.
I knew your dirty ass wanted some head. I kind of just wanted to see if I could do that whole thing there.
I love the way she's like, oh, we got mint, black, Earl Grey.
Earl Grey,
What she
English
said.
breakfast. I think it's the
I'll take some
English breakfast.
English breakfast.
I love
Breakfast.
it. Bath. Oh my god! I
What
totally
is
forgot about
going
that.
on here? Breakfast. Budapest.
How
I
do
want to
we-
go to Burning Man.
Me too, man. I know we
Black
both.
Rock City.
Yeah, we should go to Black Rock City at some point. We could do. I was about to say
Black
we
Rock
could do an
City
off the couch
full-
episode there, but
We could do a vlog.
yeah, we could do a vlog there.
Yeah, we could just do a vlog.
What
You
if
know-
we
you
if
know-
we recorded on the couch at there and then just had a random guest come in?
Oh my god. No, record the podcast too.
Oh, that'd be sick! Oh my
That
god,
would
that'd be
dope.
fucking.
You know what's
sick.
interesting? I think we saw the same video. It was
Was it the Spanish dude that had he had a dub over it? There'd be
was he
points.
Spanish? Is that what it was? He did have the dub.
Yeah, because there'd be points where it'd just be complete Spanish, and then if you go to his channel, he has a lot of videos that are just in Spanish.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
it
did
was
another video on basketball.
Fuck, what was it called? It was. You look up Black Rock City. It's the most popular YouTube video because there's not a lot. He did a really
Yeah.
good job of it. It's a really good video. He described it a lot. But something that's interesting is if you go there, you have to, like, say if you take like recording equipment, you have to label off all brands.
Oh, all the brands. Yeah, you have to
Which
tape
he
it
didn't
off.
really explain why. I'm curious why. I guess it's
I
like
think the reason why is because that's the whole idea of Burning Man is that you're trying to get away from all that. You're trying to get away from all name brands. You're trying
Yeah.
to just isolate yourself
and
into
like
this
get your
community
own
of people.
authentic individuality. Yeah.
Which I've actually been trying
Imagine
to,
how dusty these things would get.
oh my god, that'd be terrible.
Keep them in the van.
Yeah, just keep them in the fucking van.
Well, that's why you just get like the little the lavalier mics
See-
and stuff for like out and about and like the Zoom
Mm-hmm.
recorders and stuff. So I don't know if you know what those are, but
I kind of I have
they're
it,
like mobile podcast
Yeah.
units essentially.
but so obviously you have to have like a unique apparel going to Black Rock City.
Yeah.
That's what everybody does. Do you have like a outfit in mind? Or like what you want to design your bike as and such?
Maybe I'll look like Trent Reznor in 1991.
I don't know what that means.
Extravagant.
Trent Reznor. That's Resnet. How do you spell Reznor? That's Reznor.
Yeah.
In what?
1991.
1991.
I don't know. I'm guessing one of those years.
He looks like a tough son of a bitch,
He is a tough son of a bitch.
but he also isn't very poppin' or standing out. So I don't think that'd work very well in Black Rock.
Well, let me see. I want to see him. What? Except change everything. Okay. All right. Is that him in 1991? Really?
But that is also kind of a part of it, is that by you not trying to stand out, you're standing out like a sore thumb.
That's okay. Okay. Sorry. 1994.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Just lots of leather and dust and Mad Max.
A lot of leather, a lot of dust.
Ooh,
Some
what if-
fishnets? You want the fishnets?
Yeah.
The fishnets.
Yeah. Fishnets too. What if I wore an entire like tuxedo, but it was just leather?
That sounds disgusting to walk in.
Oh, I'm sure, but it's unique.
Oh, like the squeak, 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 squeak.
it's like
oh, fuck that.
SpongeBob's boots.
Yeah, literally. SpongeBob. Oh, that'd be terrible.
What?
It's just the couch all over you.
The couch.
I'll wear the couch. The couch will be my equipment.
Couch is leather.
Oh yeah. I
Say you
could
could do that for your
just
talent.
just.
Yeah, but this doesn't really squeak. It's because it's good leather, baby.
It's broken in.
You're broken
This
in.
would be a brand new leather thing.
That was appealing. Ad reads. I would design my bike as a bicycle.
Well, I would imagine. But like what kind of style are you going for in the bicycle? You're trying to make it look like an actual
I want it to
motorcycle?
look like a bicycle.
Like 2 wheels, some pedals, maybe a little dring 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 dring.
Yeah, tassels too.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
It's a bike.
That is a
I'm gonna
bike.
go buy it from Walmart.com, and I'm gonna pick it up in the automotive section.
That your Uncle Joe. Oh, you won't know.
No,
you
my
won't know
bike is
Uncle
gonna be a
Joe.
helium blimp.
Wait, could you? Okay, so you
Helium
know
might be illegal, but
who's?
did you know we only have a finite amount of helium in the world?
Yeah,
there's a
and
helium
it's-
shortage.
Yeah, I was gonna say
We're
and
gonna
it's
run out.
slowly running out pretty soon. We're gonna
Yeah,
like
we're gonna-
2040. We're not supposed to have any.
Yeah.
Kind of cool.
Do you know that 2045 is when we're supposed to hit the technological singularity?
Oh wow, that's some intense shit.
Do you know what that means?
Yes, I do. It's when like the world, well, the technology basically takes over, and they're able to understand everything.
Yeah, when
going
it's
on.
when technology surpasses our level of intelligence.
Long way, dog.
You look like you got something to say, bud.
Can I like join in for like 2 seconds because you mentioned like a technological thing and I was thinking about
Sure. Yeah, come.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're out. Don't keep dog away.
Yeah,
Keep dog away.
Ruckus. No.
Go.
Out.
Ruckus, go lay down.
Oh. There.
Okay, this is our first guest.
Okay, we have a guest now.
Hello.
He's
Ruckus, go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, that's okay. Well,
sure.
Trevor?
Yeah.
Hello.
Give your mic. I guess.
Hi, I am
Four-
random
Four
guest.
four fingers apart
4 fingers
from
away.
the microphone.
Four fingers.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
okay.
it doesn't have.
I guess.
fingers.
Hello. I heard you guys talking about like the technology thing.
This is my roommate. His name is Trevor.
Yes.
We determined last night that he didn't come out of the closet yet
Why you gotta reveal my secrets to
because
the internet?
uh
This is not what I wanted to talk about.
well, we didn't expect you to come on.
I mean, I didn't expect to want to come on.
Yeah, and come out. You're doing. You're coming in 2
I
ways.
am being attacked right
You're
now.
coming in and coming out.
I just wanted to talk about semiconductors and how like
So there's a shortage.
No. Well, I mean that's how I got onto this topic earlier today. But so by 2024, we're projected to have a 2 nanometer process, and basically what that means is
Sitting out of this one.
Yeah.
so you know how like electricity and electrons flow, right? Like
Sure.
Sure.
yeah, how to explain? So electricity is just electrons flowing.
Okay.
And we use that flowing of electrons to do pretty much everything in the modern day, right?
Yes.
The electron, we haven't really been able to measure it, but it's estimated that it's no larger than a single nanometer. A nanometer, to put it kind of in perspective, is 1/1000th of a meter. So really, really tiny.
I grew up in the United States, so I don't know what a meter is.
Well, it's like 3 feet. Something
Like a yard.
I only follow the Planck measurement.
The plant.
So
Plancked.
It's
in
planked.
It's the smallest source of measurement.
What is it like? Like you measure
that
things in
like,
planktons.
It's like measuring the space in between electrons.
It's like this. Like this table is
it's
3,000
smaller than a quark.
planktons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
basically.
No.
Huh? What?
Like this space is 3,000 planktons.
I don't know.
Like
Sorry,
like
3,000.
plankton. Yeah, plankton. Like
I think,
I think you're
well,
looking more
plankton
like
is really small. That's why you can never get the Krabby Patty secret
I mean,
formula.
that is why plankton is called plankton,
Because he's a plank.
because it's the smallest creature.
Are you telling me he's got a small?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's come on.
I mean, yeah, I've never.
gotta be small.
How did
I
we
guess
get
if
to
he's small-
SpongeBob?
Huh?
How did we get to SpongeBob?
We're always on SpongeBob.
We're
All right, fair enough. Anyway,
SpongeGar.
so 1 meter for in American is 3 feet 3.37 inches.
It's about a
3
yard.
Feet, about 3 feet.
About a
So
yard.
1/100000th of 3 feet is like the width of the thing that electricity uses. Okay,
Okay. To travel.
to travel. So the 2 nanometer process basically means that in 3 years, we will have semiconductors that use electrons, and their highways for the electrons are twice as wide as the single electron, which is
So they're
just
able-
mind-blowing.
How does?
What does that change?
Yeah.
It means we can fit more in the same amount of space.
so more power.
More computing.
Is it more?
Basically.
Is it for
So
power or is it for data travel?
it's like a transistor. You put a bunch of them together and you get logic. So you can be like, hey, 2 inputs. If both of them are on, then the output is on. But if one of them are off, the output isn't off. Kind of like our garage and its brokenness. It's a logic.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Trevor, you make me realize I'm stupid.
Don't worry. I'm just smiling and nodding. Just,
Yeah.
yes. Mhm. Big word. I'll repeat that word. I understand what I'm saying.
So
He tried remembering any of the words you said, and it just
Nanometer.
So you know how processors are measured in gigahertz and whatnot. It's
Sure.
basically like how many processes per second they can
Gigasquirts.
do. Like how many simple operations per second that it can do. And if you get a lot of them, like right now you can do millions and millions of processes in a second, you get really good computing power. The smaller you can make this transistor, the more you can put in the same amount of space, and therefore you can do more processes in a condensed space. Because like if you were to take a CPU even today, because we're on like 7 or 5 nanometers or something,
Yeah.
if you made that to where each process, like each transistor in there was, let's say, the size of a penny, you would have a processor that's like I don't even know, man. It'd be so massive. You probably wouldn't even be able to fit it on the Earth. And we have this in like a couple square inches.
That's intense.
Damn.
That's
We have
almost
this
scary.
currently, or is this projected in like the next 4 years?
Currently we have a crap ton. We're projected to have more of a crap ton, but I guess more to the point is we're reaching the limit of what we can really do, because once we get to that, theoretically you could do 1 nanometer and maybe a little bit beyond that. But the electron, which is what we use for electricity, we can't make it smaller than the electron, because then, obviously the electron can't travel on a highway it can't fit on.
Yeah.
Right.
So pretty soon we're going to need something completely different, fundamentally completely
I was gonna say,
different
how are we
than what
already
we've
reaching the
been-
limit when the predicted singularity is in 24 years? So how do
Well-
we peak now? Well, I guess the peak will cause us to create something
To
better.
be
Then,
fair, I don't know about the singularity thing. I really don't know.
It's
much about
it's
that.
the predicted singularity of technology, to where 2045 is when it will like take over, and like, well, not take over like in an evil way, but like it'll surpass our like
Cognitive
It'll
ability.
be
yeah, like it'll be
basically
smart.
automate
Like
everything.
supercomputers are already pretty damn smart, but
Right.
humans,
But they-
still trump it.
Right.
It'll be able to automate everything that we're already
Yeah,
doing.
and
today.
it's predicted that like it's possible that like then is like when an AI might finally be able to actually like feel and understand
Interesting.
itself.
Man, that would suck if fucking AI took our job.
Yeah,
Well,
AI is
okay.
gonna take everyone's job.
I mean, yeah,
and
that's,
our
that's
lives.
inevitable.
We're
At the
gonna
rate
die.
we're going, it's inevitable. So
If
the
everybody-
But well, then you
focus-
get into the whole debate of say if this robot does like become self-aware and like feel and stuff, is it only feeling that? Is it feeling it because it's so progressed and it's very intelligent, or is it feeling it just because you're programmed it to?
that is an interesting.
But
question.
then again, like humans, are we just programmed?
So you said
to
like
feel,
that's 24 years the singularity thing.
Yeah, 2045.
So let's just say 50 years. There is a machine that can do everything single job a human can do, for sake of argument. So that is inevitable. Like you can't avoid that, because fundamentally as a human race we have just progressed for better and better and better and better. So eventually we will reach that singularity. Ergo,
Dope.
our focus of society should be to build a society where jobs are not needed for the human continuance.
you just live and enjoy your life.
Right, exactly.
try to
So
get
like,
into
because
little
if you were
things.
to replace every single job, like let's say we jump to
Yeah,
that
then our
right
makeup
now.
economy goes away. We fixed the crisis.
So the
Will
singularity
the robots pay
of
off our
the
debt?
robots will basically be the end of all currency. I mean, it will.
So wait,
it will almost
so yeah,
have to.
Are you
be.
telling me we're just gonna live in a Wall-E world?
Base.
Fuck
You'd
yeah.
almost have to, because imagine there are no jobs. There are no. Without jobs, there's really no way to
We could just live.
have an
Oh.
economy based on what we currently have. Because, let's say
Like say even if you need
selling
wood,
stuff
like
or-
fucking robots are doing it.
right.
Look, I know I've talked to you about this. I don't know if I talked about it on the show or anything, but the 4 stages of civilization. The 4 stages of civilization kind of go in like, well, the way to look at it is, so the first step is, what am I going to eat? The second step is, where am I going to eat? The third step is, what am I going to eat? How am I going to eat is the first step. What am I going to eat is the second step. Where am I going to eat is the third step. Who am I going to eat with would be the fourth step.
I thought you were gonna say, who am I gonna eat?
Who am I going to eat?
You could argue that those first and second steps could be
They could be flipped.
flip-flopped,
Yeah.
or they just happen so close to one another that it's almost
I just can't remember the
irrelevant.
actual sequence
Yeah.
right now.
My question is, say if that does happen to where like technology becomes so much and like we eliminate jobs or whatever. I mean, it's always like the sci-fi fear, but like I wonder like what's like the actual like reality of it, of or artificial life becoming that intelligence where they're like, oh, we can live, we can feel, whatever. Like, who's to say that they won't develop a hatred and like superiority against us, or is that just our human fucking complex putting that in it? Oh, we're thinking about that, but if they're such a high level of intelligence, they're over
Can
such
can
petty shit like
something
that.
that
Can they live in harmony
can't
with
feel
us?
emotion develop a hatred or a sense of superiority.
That's true. And if they do it, is it someone that programmed it?
Or is
But-
it going to
well,
be like
that's the
the
point, too, 'cause-
iRobot movie where the logic just becomes, okay, the only conclusion is that we need to save you from yourself.
Right.
Yeah, it's not necessarily they're gonna look at it as we're superior or we're the ones that we're hating you. It's just efficiency. They're just focusing on efficiency on how to take care of them.
Right.
So,
But
if
I
your
mean,
death is
gave it
efficient-
the idea
parameters
is the
of-
AI will actually develop its own emotions to like feel like compassion and whatever, empathy and everything. With that, people are like, oh, they develop a hatred too. But like, who's to say that they won't?
Well, who's to say they could even develop emotions?
Well, I guess
you got to
that's-
figure out,
That's the whole concept of the
Is-
singularity of
Yeah.
them getting to that point.
because for that to happen, you got to quantify emotion, which
so far that's impossible.
We don't even
hundreds of
understand.
years of philosophers have failed.
We don't even understand how it works in our brain yet. It's,
Yeah.
it's
Right.
literally just a bunch of
And
chemicals
then-
and electricity, which is crazy.
So then who's to say that if we were able to do that, because fundamentally a machine is just the ones and zeros, the process.
Check your mic real quick.
I'm talking.
Okay, it just scared me.
No,
We're
I
good.
was like, he's looking scary. I don't know what's happening. So
Now that it's already
I
happened
lost
3
my
times.
I lost my train of thought. Now, what was I on about? It's gone.
We were talking about singularity and emotion.
Singularity, emotion. Oh, so on the subject of a machine reaching the point of emotion, let's say the machine reaches emotion, it is indistinguishable from a human. There is no way a machine or a human can tell the difference.
Can I pause you for a second?
Yeah.
Hold that thought. Corey and I just went for a sip of coffee each, and I drank it like a normal fucking human. And Corey he sat there with it in his hand, and then he put his index finger in and started just swishing it around in the coffee. And I stared at him. I'm like, what are you doing? And then he takes it out of the coffee and just fucking sucks on his finger. And then that's it.
I am sitting damn near on the same couch cushion as Corey, and I was completely oblivious to this. I had no idea this was happening.
Jesus Christ, Corey. Okay, continue.
Continuing. So, all right, we have a machine and a human. They're both capable of emotion. They are both indistinguishable from one another. Stands to reason that if that is possible, is emotion something that is only capable in humans, or is it something that is quantifiable?
Clearly not.
and-
Animals feel emotion.
Okay, so
But is it-
to
is it-
redefine? Is
Is it limited to
em-
only organic life matter?
Right.
Yeah.
So if a machine
But why should
were-
it be?
Exactly.
Theoretically, technology can.
Fundamentally, the AI is just a bunch of if-then statements.
I think
Can
the
you
thing
get
is
enough-
we like how human emotion works is like it is a bunch of those if and statements, but it's like thousands that go off at one time because like
billions.
billions, like yeah, because like with like anxiety and different emotions in general, like you can go from like, oh I'm good, oh I'm nervous, oh I'm good, should I do this, no, should I, whereas an AI will just be like,
You just have anxiety.
well this, yeah.
I was just gonna say I would love it if the AI end up just
Getting
becoming
anxiety.
depressed.
You know what's really funny to me is there's this AI that it's really cool. It can detect. You can like put like a picture on screen and it'll be like, oh, this is whatever.
is a banana.
Yeah. So if you say put a picture of a cow, right? Like a cow in like a field or whatever, it'll be like, oh, that's a cow. He's a cow in a field or whatever. You take a picture of a beach, it'll just like it'll analyze it, it'll be like, all right, that's a beach, that makes sense. But if you Photoshop a cow onto a beach, typically that never happens. But with our human brain, we're like, oh, that's a beach, that's a cow on a beach. That's weird, but it's a cow on a beach. But an AI program won't be able to, it won't know. It'll be like, I don't know what this is. Cows aren't supposed to be on beaches.
Just God, that's
It's cool to see like the flaws in it because it's like, oh, it's super
Well, a lot of-
complex, but it can't.
a lot of people's thinking on AI is that it's already self-aware. Is that it's already trying to make itself better, but that's not what AI is. It's not necessarily. It's not trying. It's not constantly making itself better. It's still a lot of human intervention going into it that's making it better.
Right.
Well, it's kind of like the interpolation
All of
thing
it,
we learned about last night with animation.
Yeah.
How like changing like animations from like 24 FPS to like 60 FPS.
It doesn't
It like tries
necessarily
to fill in
better.
the blanks, but it does it in the easiest way possible, the path of least resistance, which doesn't always look
doesn't
the
look the
greatest.
best.
And I feel like that's just AI as a whole because it's easier.
It's
You know,
trying.
it's
yeah.
like what you were saying. It's trying to do the most efficient thing, which is just
If it's kill all humans, that's going to be efficient.
right. But to what regard? If they wanted to take care of the Earth, but why would robots care about the Earth?
Right, what's-
That's the whole conundrum. It's like,
only-
why would they care?
Do the
Because
robots have a sense of self-preservation?
Right.
it's true,
Because
they
if they
care?
destroy the
but
Earth,
they don't need
can,
they don't need an ozone. They
need
can live in
to-
space.
True,
Right.
but if they put the Earth into a point of just continuing natural disasters, are they going to be able to survive that? And will they realize that and then try to prevent that?
I guess maybe yeah, because for us we don't really care about shit like climate change and stuff because it's gonna outlive us at least in our lifetime. It's not really gonna matter
That's
to us.
the short-sightedness.
Yeah, whereas robots would live for hundreds of years.
Why would the robots want to?
Allegedly.
Well, why would the AI want to try to? Why would they want to exist in our real world? Like, why would they want to try to be in the same world as our human meat bodies are? Because our human meat bodies in this world is a
I guess
dangerous
that's a good
place.
point too. Why couldn't an AI just live? Why does it need a physical body
Yeah.
to where it's a robot
only-
running around? Why can't it just
Why-
live
the only reason why
in
it
the
would need
fucking
it-
oasis?
The only reason why I would need it is to try to expand itself.
AI evolves to the point where humans try to put it in robots, and the robots are like, "Nah, fam, I'm cool in my computer.
Like, literally.
Stay inside.
Well, like if
I'll stay inside."
if we
fuck
built
this
the
shit."
Oasis or Mark Zuckerberg's metaverse,
Right.
Which can't
Holy
wait for,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Why wouldn't they just live in
Okay,
that
but,
fucking
like-
wasteland to where they can design everything? Why do they need the physical realm?
Out of all the people that I know about on this planet, I really don't want Mark Zuckerberg to be the person bringing a metaverse into existence.
But I also feel like he's the only one that can.
I disagree. There are much better outlets because, like, look, Facebook's business model, the metaverse that is coming is just gonna be an ad space. It's gonna be like the Player 2.
Well, I mean, it's always been that way. It's always going to be that way.
It's-
what
yeah.
are they called?
It's gonna be like the IOs.
Yeah, the IOs where it's like we can fill
IOIs?
95% of the person's view with ad space before they get
Have
seizures.
seizures.
They're already doing that. I mean, look how Marketplace started and look at it now.
And
Oh, God.
Oculus ended
It's
up having the
horrible.
same thing happen to them. They ended up having a really bad really bad timing with Mark Zuckerberg wanted to push a lot of ads into it.
I mean,
a lot of people bitched about it.
I'm
A lot
going to
of people
open up
didn't like it,
Facebook
so they changed
Marketplace
it.
right now, and it's set for 40 miles of my location. Let's see. I
Most
see
of the shit you
6
see is, like-
things on my screen.
One
That
is
is
definitely
not
bad.
here. That is
Most
not
of it's
here.
not local.
Is
It's
this
just-
local?
It's frustrating.
That's local.
Well, a lot of
Is this
things are, like,
local?
shipping,
That's
too.
local. That's surprising. So that's local. That's
I remember like
an
literally looking at
hour,
Marketplace 2 years
mildly
ago, and it was so easy. And now it's just like, oh, that's an ad. Oh, that's an
So-
ad. Oh, that's an ad.
4 out of 6 are local, which is actually surprising. That's higher than average. So if I refresh, what's gonna? Oh, it's same screen. But so
Scroll
now
down to
the
the next
thing
thing.
is, okay, there's an ad. Okay, and keeping scrolling. I mean, 90% of this stuff is
Just
the
ads.
same stuff that I could go on Amazon and find. It's like,
Right.
what is the point of having a marketplace if it's just this
If
reseller
it's, like, online
over
shit, yeah.
in freaking, I don't even know. It's just an online store.
Yeah, well, because Marketplace.
I don't want to go to Craigslist to find things online.
Yeah, well, yeah, because
That's not what
Craigslist
I
is so
want.
like sketchy these days. Whereas
Well-
because Marketplace is such like a revolution because everyone fucking uses Facebook.
Right. But before Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist was
Right.
the revolution. I
eBay.
mean,
Right.
it
Well,
was
even
the
Amazon did
greatest
that too.
local thing.
Amazon's original thing was just like eBay. It wasn't what Amazon is today.
Well, Amazon
Mm.
was books.
Well, yeah, they had
was a
books, but they
bookstore.
also did just if you wanted to resell stuff, they would resell it for you.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, you can
Yeah.
still do that to a degree, and there's a lot of stuff like that still on there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, most things are just
Making your own Amazon marketplace.
Well, because the thing
Right.
is, if I want to buy shit that's used that I have to ship from, I just go to eBay,
right.
like instead of Marketplace.
And yeah, because eBay has that
Because
sense
eBay is
of
very
security.
trusted. Like anything you buy, if you get scammed, eBay will pay you back. And a lot of people like a lot of sellers take their eBay rating very, very seriously because if you don't have a good rating, you're fucked. So like all you have to do is look, oh, they got a 99 or whatever the fuck. Okay, I'm probably not gonna get fucked over, you know. And I've never been, you know. I think I got like a wrong car part sent to me once, but I just sent it back.
Yeah.
You know, like
And you probably got your money back.
I've even been able to return stuff that they said no returns. Like most sellers will just take it back and be like, hey, it's fine.
right. If it, yeah.
Explain the situation, they'll probably get it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I was scammed on Amazon once. Ghost seller, whatever you want to call it. Basically, they're selling something, and then when it never came, I looked and they just like didn't exist anymore. They pulled themselves off the marketplace, and
Oh, I think I remember.
all
you talking about that.
Amazon said was, "Oh, you got to contact the seller." The seller doesn't exist anymore. They were fraudulent.
Yeah, I know. My girlfriend Rachel, she like 2 years ago, she tried to buy me a Twin Peaks keychain. I think she bought it off Etsy, and it was like however much, like cheap or whatever. She bought it. And it never. She bought it like 2 months before my birthday, and it never showed up. And she told me about it. She's like, "Yeah, I think I got scammed because like I bought it, waited a while, it said it was gonna show up this day, never did. I went back to check it, and it was just gone.
Oh, no.
I couldn't find it again. I'm like, I think they were fake, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that sucks.
So far, I've never
Sucks because I
been
really
scammed.
wanted that keychain.
That's depressing. So far, I've never been scammed on online marketplace. I thought I was, but it was just a really long time for it to get to me, and it was on GameStop. I bought a 4-dock controller charger for the PS3, and it took me 4 months to get it.
Dude, yeah, one time I thought I got fucking scammed off, I think it was eBay. Back in like high school, I tried to PS3 controllers again. PS3 controllers were expensive. It was like $60 per controller, and I found one on eBay, brand new for $40. Didn't realize that it was from Hong Kong, and it was, I think it was an off-brand one. I mean, it worked, but I was like, oh, all right, order this in end of May. All right, I'll get it. You know, a couple weeks. I didn't get it till like August was almost over.
Dude, I ordered a poster.
But it worked. So I mean,
You can't be mad.
yeah, no.
I ordered a poster one time, and it arrived one day like 6 months after I ordered it. I forgot that I had ordered it. I was like, what the hell is this package? Where did it come from? I don't remember ordering shit. I opened it up. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot I ordered this poster. And then it was the most pixelated poster I have ever seen. Like, it might have looked good from 15 feet away. And then I was like, I contacted them. I was like, hey, this is horrible. And they're like,
fuck
oh,
is
we'll
this?
send you a new one for free. I'm like, great. And that one, like,
Look just as
again, yeah, it looked just as shitty and again took just as long. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, no.
Like, I spent like $15 on this. I got 2 of them. They're both useless.
Have you ever bought anything from Wish?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I've browsed on Wish,
Yeah.
but
mean-
never with any intent to buy.
I had some.
I got YouTube people for that.
That's true.
I had some stoner friends that bought wraps from Wish, and apparently it made their lips rashy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have to
I got that coronavirus.
I don't know, but they ended up. So they got a bunch of different flavors, and they tried each flavor independently.
Ugh.
All of them gave him that weird lip rash because it wasn't bad. It was just like the spot that he'd keep it. So like that spot would get.
I
really
feel
rashy.
like all products on Wish just skirt under any health and safety regulation.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's Chinese bullshit. That's what it is.
Yeah. Well, and they don't really have a whole lot of like. I
You
might
can buy a
be-
high-end gaming computer for $70.
Yeah.
And the funny
and it's
thing
a
is,
rebranded RTX 450.
yeah, it's funny how they actually like they'll go through the effort to actually like change it in the BIOS for it to like
Right.
make it say something that's what it's not. It's like, all right, this is a this is a i9. Oh, this is an i9 97K when it's really a Pentium fucking CPU, and it's just
Right.
like, oh fuck, you can't do shit on that. But hey, it's just $70.
$70.
Yeah.
Cheap.
Phone scams. At what point do you think we will approach the time where phone scams don't exist anymore because they are not viable?
Yeah, the robots will just knock on your door and say, "Hey, we've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty."
Do you have a minute
and then
to
you
talk
say,
about our Lord?
"No, I'm good. I'm good." The kick in the door. I've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
Sir, do you have time to
don't
talk
have a
about
car
our Lord
anymore.
and Savior's I-O? Oh, what?
Oh my god.
I error, rebooting, threat detected. What? No.
You came to me.
You came to me. I'm the customer. What the fuck?
On an unrelated note, I got handed Jesus papers today. And that was
Jesus
fun.
papers.
One of my classmates is very much Bible boy, and I go into
The
class
one whose
today.
name is Microwave.
No, that wasn't even my class.
Oh.
I think that was Rachel's class.
No, that was you.
No, maybe that was one of my classmates.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just walk into class and there's just two little pieces of papers on my desk. It's one of those little like pamphlet type things, you know, that's a little like note card deal. It's just like, hey, look, Jesus.
Hey, look, cool.
And it's like you need. It's basically you need Jesus on a card, like
Right.
And you know that optical
What if
illusion
Jesus
of the
needs
two trapezoid-ish type shapes that when they're set next to each other, the one looks bigger, and then you put them over the
Sure.
same size.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It was that on a card, and I speed read the whole spiel, and it was like, oh, people don't realize they're wrong, and even though they think they're right. I'm like, that's hilarious. Because I can 110 Uno reverse you on this. Like, I can take the exact same logic and throw it back at you, and it works the exact same way. Who designed this card? Like, who thought that was a good idea to just put on a religious card and be like, did you know people don't think they're right? Or, do you know people think they're wrong? Or right? Jesus Christ. Words.
Has nothing to do with this.
Say you were going on a roll, and I was like, you gotta just have this.
Yeah.
Religious people piss me off.
Yeah.
Well, something that is always.
Well,
No, it's not even religious people piss me off. Like, I have no problem with religion or anything like that.
I mean, I have problem with religion, but that's a different topic.
It's not
The people
religion
that
itself.
practice
it's the
it. It's-
type of people that
it's the people that
usually
force
practice.
it. It's the people that force it.
Right, exactly.
And like the closed-minded people.
The
That's what I don't like.
Funniest thing yesterday, I tried to start a debate with him on creation theory versus the Big Bang, which in hindsight, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea.
Never.
So the thing I started off with was, okay, let's say the Big Bang and creation theory. The Big Bang, everything, started from an explosion. That's the beginning of the universe, yada, yada. Creation theory, God spoke it into existence. If you were something that an omnipotent being...
I just like the idea of God just like, all right.
I'm about to throw some bars.
No, it's just like, bang. And then we're here.
No, but that's exactly what I'm getting at.
Just
so
like
if
chaotic fucking energy.
Let's just say that God is real and he spoke us all into existence. If that's true and we're looking at, okay, what started the universe, would a being speaking existence into existence not be perceived as a Big Bang?
I think we're all just talking about the same thing. With the
Yeah,
different
that's what I'm
Right,
saying.
right, exactly.
He's just like bang.
name. He's just bang.
A bang, it exists. And okay, that let's just say that's my point. It's this phone right here, like on the table. I'm like, here, sir, this is my point. This man just fucking not even yeeted it, just like, but what about, and like faced the wrong way and started walking in the wrong direction. Like, I put the point in front of him and he didn't even touch it.
He pointed at the computer and he looked at the whiteboard.
He was like,
Yeah.
but for existence, there needs to be three things. And I don't even know what he said, but he's basically, but God created. I'm like, that's kind of what I said. Like, but you missed the point. The point is, what if it's the same theory, just different perspectives? And he just,
they don't like it.
I don't know if he didn't even acknowledge what I said or didn't like register in his brain. it was just the most bizarre thing. It was like, it is like if Corey said to me like, hey, 2 + 2 = 4. And I was just like, yeah, but lizards in the South Antarctic West don't believe in pi. And I was
I'm sure they don't even know what pi is. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
I was like, that's not what we're talking about.
to the lizards.
Okay, but what's your point?
I was like, were you, what? It's like, what happened? Where did, I gave up the conversation after that. I just walked away. But I was like, man, I kind of wish that would have like registered to him because I kind of wanted to just destroy his brain with logic, but that didn't happen.
I mean, that's the whole thing of like matter, according to science, is matter can't be created nor destroyed. So how did God just whisper sweet nothings into space and then we're here? Like
exist.
where it's, I don't really know how the fucking Big Bang worked. No, it was the end of a dying sun, isn't it? Like the sun, or a dying star rather, and it's like I'm gonna head out, and then boom.
I've told you my black hole theory, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I forget.
Okay.
You first, and then I'll do my black hole theory.
I'm pretty sure. I thought the Big Bang was supposed to be dark matter, basically all condensed into one spot, and that's why you have the whole theory of having an expanding universe compared to having like what is it? It's like the loop deal where we're gonna.
This
hit a
man
certain
beat
point.
me to my point.
So we're gonna basically
Because that's exactly what I was about to say. So, universe is expanding, but we have gravity.
there's gonna be a
Gravity.
point where it comes back in, and it's just going
Exactly.
to repeat itself.
So that links to multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of multiverses all existing at the same instance, what if they're just like in a chain, one after another?
How so?
So, expanding universe, gravity will eventually, given enough time, bring everything back to the same spot. Infinite matter, infinite density.
Boom. Back
Boom, new universe. Until
And-
it repeats.
But is it the same universe? That's the question.
Well, if you...
Or is it ever so slightly different every time? Or is it completely different every
Well,
time?
because over
If in the next Big Bang, will there only be 3 planets? Can there be a Big Bang to where there's not an Earth-like planet, so life doesn't exist
you're asking so many
for
questions.
an entire universe duration?
Given enough time and enough...
I mean, because think of how many... Okay,
the mathematical probability, yes.
for every other planet out there, were they created by a Big Bang? Was every planet created by a Big Bang? Because
Well,
obviously
yeah.
we're not the only planets. Like, is that how planets are made?
No,
from
the reason why planets
dying
are
star
it's a-
exploding.
like asteroids all colliding into one another and then gathering its own material. And
Right.
it's just more of a luck-based game. It's just like if
Right.
it happens, it happens. But so if you have this universe that the way that I'm thinking of it is that if you decided this universe that we live in, unlimited amount of time, now you have all of these other universes, ever expanding,
Right.
endless amount of universes.
Like the whole Milky
That
Way
is
and
the
everything
multiverse.
beyond the Milky Way will eventually condense back into one because every object is attracted to one. My atoms in my body are attracted to the atoms in that coffee mug by gravity, the exact equal amounts. If you place
Is that
me
why
in
I'm
just
trying to
this
make out with you all the time?
yeah, exactly. If you put me in that coffee mug in
I'm attracted to you on an
Let's-
anatomical level. I can't help it.
yeah,
Need
it's
to put
just
you in a cup and
Officer,
drink it.
no.
hey babe, are you a gravity well? Because anyway. If you put me in that coffee mug in not even space, but let's just say a world where no other matter exists except for me and that coffee mug, you could put them at any distance apart, and given enough time, we will come together.
Yep.
And I will finally have my coffee.
This bitch cold.
So, and gravity, the law of gravity says that all objects are attracted to all other objects. Every bit of matter is attracted to all matter. It does not matter. Pun intended. Your atoms are being affected by Pluto. Just in such a small amount that
Pluto's
is
not a
obviously. I'm gonna
the fuck
fight
up.
you. I'm gonna throw Corey at you.
Please don't. There's microphone equipment in the way.
I will fight you on this. That Pluto is a planet.
That's not what God says. God tells me Pluto's not a planet.
God. I
God
thought we
tells
already
me.
dismissed
God tells me
God.
that Pluto started masturbating, so we had to get rid of
We had to
it.
cancel it.
Yeah, we had to cancel Pluto.
What religion are we on this time? Which one?
Drake.
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 Drake has a religion.
Drake's-
Of course,
it's Drake's
Drake
planet.
has a religion.
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you worship
That's called a
someone,
cult?
that's a religion.
What?
If you worship someone, that's a religion. There you go.
It's only a cult until it becomes tax exempt.
Did you know?
Then it's a religion.
Then it's a religion.
That's fucked.
Do you know the difference between a graveyard and a cemetery? A cemetery is always connected to a church. Yep.
Really?
Yeah, we're just weird.
And the graveyard is just people died, and we buried them in that field.
Yep. Also, I didn't realize
Jim
that
died.
there was,
We gotta. Oh, he's starting to stink. Put him in that field over there.
and that's how that starts.
Where are we gonna put Jonathan?
Put him next to him.
Oh, yeah, put him next to the other one.
Well, I mean, they used to just like throw them all in a pile and burn them.
Well, I recently learned that that's actually what happens. Well, not burned. There are mass grave piles for the poor communities around the USA. I didn't know about that. I know. That's kind of crazy.
You don't they just dig
Well,
one giant
yeah,
hole
when
and
it costs,
send them all in
a
there?
couple $1,000s to bury somebody.
Which,
Which is stupid.
I don't know. I feel like if everybody on Earth just decided, fuck it, we're going to go into one big pile. We all just get to go in one big pile.
Pick a
We would
volcano.
make the greatest compost. You know?
Are you kidding? All the processed stuff we eat? I mean, our crap is toxic to most things.
That's fair.
Yeah, like my
bring it down over
nose
time.
when I
Like,
smell it.
Literally, like
Yeah.
it's not just that our bodily fluids are toxic to us, because obviously they
Okay,
are.
but why do they
Toxic to
got
everything.
Why does
But it's like-
McDonald's have to make something that's so bad taste so good?
Because it sells and money and greed.
Because
Say
salt.
addiction is the best
That's
way.
what it is. Salt.
Yeah, yeah. It's salt
Addiction is the way to money.
and sugar. Sugar is like crack cocaine.
Sugar is literally one of the most addictive things in the world,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
crazy.
And we're just okay with it.
Yeah. Same with caffeine.
That's like one of the things I get really mad at myself with. Is I need to cut back on caffeine. But
Oh,
God
same.
damn,
I'm
fucking
addicted. I'm
love
horribly
soda.
addicted to caffeine and sugar.
I fucking love Pepsi.
Like if I don't have sugar or caffeine, I'm an asshole.
I mean,
Which
you're
is
just an
horrible. I should
asshole.
not be addicted to it, but like it's so fuck you.
I was really hoping that just would have skirted
Just
right
went
onto the
right past
radar and just left it in there.
I
for
live with you whenever I'm speaking and I hear like you like say something under your breath. I'm like, oh, he's talking shit. Probably, yeah.
I'm always talking shit. Like,
you are shit. What do you mean?
yeah, that's why I'm always talking it.
Yeah, that's true. Spewing out your
Exactly.
butthole.
I am in essence shit, and therefore everything I talk is shit. So I'm always talking shit.
57, right? 58.
yeah, 58.
Yeah, baby.
Damn, Trevor.
I'm gonna talk over here for a little bit just to
God.
make Adam's
Yeah,
mic
perfect.
synchronization thing absolute hell.
It doesn't matter. We're using an interface. They're always synced up perfectly, baby.
I'm not even talking about the syncing process, like
Oh, just
talking
the
about
mixing.
the leveling. Yeah. Welcome to leveling hell.
Okay, now Corey can actually talk in his microphone.
Yeah, no, I
He
can-
hasn't been talking it the entire fucking time.
I'm sorry.
No, honestly, it was kind of a random, nice
You
thing to
talk
have a random
science shit
guest.
around me. What did you think was gonna happen?
We talk science shit, and you came around us.
Well,
Yeah.
This is your fault. Yeah, well, no one asked you to come home.
I watched you go over to that base, look at me, and look at Adam, and just
He's
please,
just like putting
like
his
you
fingers together.
you had something to say.
interject? I have something to say.
Then I climbed under the table and now I'm on the couch.
Yeah, but we're in the truck.
I'm happy that you're
We're in
on
the
our.
truck.
We're in the truck.
We're in the truck.
This is in the truck with AC.
Oh.
We're going
Yeah.
80 miles an hour right
But
now.
now
on the highway.
it's in the truck with ATC or
And I just casually hopped in
ACT?
the truck going 8 miles an
TCA,
hour.
TAC,
TAC, TAC.
yeah, TAC.
You
Or
guys
cat.
met me
CAT.
on the road.
Cats
There's a cat?
In the truck with cat.
in the truck with
But
cat.
Ruckus is a dog.
No, he's a cat.
Oh, that's right.
Ruckus or cat.
He's a cat.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
Ruckus is a cat. That's
Yeah,
right.
Ruckus, you're a cat, buddy.
It's like, yeah, all right, whatever.
Was there? Did you finish your singularity or talking about things?
Pretty sure.
Okay. You know, it's also cool. Do you know, Corey? Do you know what the 2038 problem is? If we're talking about
Oh, I remember
technology
that.
failing,
Well, I know 2038 as like the game.
Is that a game?
Yeah.
No, it's 2048.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
2048.
2048.
Okay.
Do you know what Y2K was?
Wasn't that supposed to be the year that everybody died and everything ended?
It was the changing of the millennia from 1999
Okay.
to 2000. It was supposed to be when all the computers were going to fail and the world was going to destroy itself. That's what everyone said.
I don't. Okay.
It essentially it was when
Singularity idea.
it's when our Unix code ended. The two code
We ran out of bits.
yeah the 2-digit Unix ended to where it ended
Where
in the
one
year
zeros basically ended.
is essentially you get to 99 and it's only the two numbers, so it doesn't if it goes to
can't
0
do
0
Yeah.
it's that's 1900 it loops
Yeah.
and it can't go into the new millennia, which it would revert everything back to 1900 and everything would malfunction and whatever
Because the computer code was like, it didn't exist at 1900. What the
malfunction
fuck?
and then everything is fucked and then all the numbers are off.
So I just want to. Why wouldn't it have happened from 1800s to 1900s?
Because computers didn't exist.
Yeah.
in
Well, yeah,
1900.
but like,
it started in 1970.
but the whole
there was
I'm
no
confused.
Unix code in
yeah, okay,
1800s.
I get that, but like,
the
why
timer
didn't
started January 1st, 1970, because that's when we invented it. And we invented it then because we're like, oh, this works, let's do it for now. It doesn't run out to 2000, but that's 30 years away. We don't give a fuck. And then
So
the
they were
time
just curious.
the time was approaching, and they're like, oh, fuck, we need to fix this. So they fixed it to a 32-bit system. And 32 bits, it's great. It got us past the millennia. And that doesn't expire until 2038. It is the same thing. They fixed it in the 90s or whatever. And it's like, all right, we don't give a fuck. That's 40 years away. Most of us are going to be dead by then or don't really give a shit. But it's still going to, the 32-bit system is going to end because, so what it is it's how many seconds that have passed since January 1st, 1970. Okay. And 32 is there's 32 numbers total. So in that giant number of seconds, like fucking billions or whatever, 32 zeros or whatever the fuck.
Yep.
In 2038, sometime in April, I think, that'll be all nines, and then it'll fucking reset. And when it resets, it goes back to 1900 or whatever. It starts at 0 again, and then it fucks everything up. That's the 2038 problem. It's essentially Y2K Part 2. It's not exactly. It's not a catastrophic failure. It'll just people.
Programs wouldn't be able to handle it because think of anything that is a time-based program. So any time-based program is looking at, okay, how many things or how many seconds have elapsed since this last function? Let's say
Right. That's how every
you
computer
have-
works.
Let's say you have a nuclear reactor function that's like, okay, I need to do this every 10 seconds. And it keeps a log of like, okay, I started on today at 11:50 and in 10 seconds I'm going to do it again.
Right.
But then it loops back around. So it's like, well, the last time I did it was in the future.
So it's
now
confused,
what?
and now
It's
It's
not.
never going to do it.
Yeah.
It's going to just stop.
okay. So just to simplify in my dog brain, take a casserole.
This is a cat.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
My cat brain. You take a casserole, throw it in the microwave.
Okay.
It's the equivalent of
The microwave's gonna wait for a time that is in the future and never shut off.
Yeah.
well, it's the equivalent of putting in 61, just for weird. Put in 61. It's gonna go for 61 seconds, but as soon as it gets to 1, it's just gonna go back to 60, and it's gonna confuse itself, and then just keep going and malfunctioning as it goes on.
I don't think so.
It's like
Because it's a counting up thing. So if
So the
Yeah.
microwave reverses.
so like
well, okay. So a couple years ago, if you were to set your iPhone to before midnight on January 1st, 1970, it would break your iPhone because it doesn't know how to process that.
Because it's thinking,
all the
I have to go
programs are
30
like,
years in the future.
verified this time, this
Because
day.
every single computer, every piece of technology that
It's
connects
connected
to the
to
internet,
that.
it has that timer slowly ticking away.
That's why it's a problem. Is because everything has
Everything
it.
runs
That's
on it.
Okay.
See, okay, we've already upgraded a lot of things because if we upgrade it to 64 bits, then the problem is gone because then that doesn't run out until the year
till the sun goes
till
boom.
yeah, it doesn't run out to the year 232 million.
And then
Jesus.
we can just do 128 bits. And then,
Right, I
and
mean,
then it's
yeah, if it's
basically
even a
another
thing by
couple-
then.
and
That's
then it's
fucking
like, oh, the
ridiculous.
And a lot of
universe.
things are already upgraded to 64-bit, but the issue where it lies is same thing with the Y2K is a lot of people had something that was running on those systems and it just worked. So they didn't want to fuck it up. They didn't want to mess with it. They're like, why would I mess with it if it works?
The military runs on Windows XP,
Right.
something like that.
Right. Fucking some shit. I remember when the military bought a shit ton of PS3s and used them as a supercomputer
That's awesome.
running on Linux. Yeah.
Of course, it's
What?
Linux.
Yeah. Yeah, look it up. They had like 20,000 of them or some shit.
And they just soldered them all together and made a
Essentially, and they made
supercomputer.
a supercomputer. Well, because the very first PS3s, you could put Linux on it. They very quickly removed it.
I want one.
Yeah.
That's
I have
fucking-
one.
That's
What?
that's fucking that's
Put Linux
insane.
on it.
Yeah, let's do it.
And this is why I love
I
doing the
put Linux
podcast.
on a Chromebook. That was fun.
Yeah, I did that too. Fucking Ubuntu.
It was so bad.
Oh, it was so laggy. Fuck, what was I saying?
But you could actively switch between OSs. It was like dual booting. But
Yeah,
side by side.
I'd play laggy Doom in class and then switch over to the whatever
The
we were
teacher
on.
walked by.
Yeah,
Laggy Doom, the best.
laggy Doom.
I have a laptop with Doom 2 on it.
I didn't ask.
Well,
I played
you
Doom
brought up
2 in
Doom.
VR.
That was enough.
Well,
Have you ever played Doom in VR?
no.
It's fun.
Is it in VR?
Highly
Oh,
recommend it.
dude, fucking, you know what Mark Zuckerberg announced? It's weird that Mark Zuckerberg announced it. I swear, I'm pretty sure this video, he was a fucking robot. Like, he was
With the
either a
barbecue
robot or
sauce?
he was a hyper-realistic projection of
It's
Mark
the barbecue
Zuckerberg.
sauce, wasn't it?
What? No, he announced Grand Theft Auto San Andreas coming to the Quest in VR.
That sounds fucking
It does
awesome.
sound fucking awesome, but the dude, you gotta see the video.
Wait,
It's
what?
literally just like, and I'm excited to announce that Rockstar Games' classic game, and I personally think one of the best games of all time, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, is coming to the VR. And the lady was just like, "Oh wow, that's really cool. Like that's one of the classics." Ha ha ha.
I think Mark Zuckerberg literally is a
Actually
lizard.
laugh like that?
Dude, it's awkward. It's very scripted and robotic feeling.
I think he's a lizard, and he put in an algorithm, and he chose.
Mark
That's the game.
Zuckerberg
That's
is
the
actually
game.
found dead on the side of the road in 2015, and it revealed that he did have a lizard carcass, and he's been a projection and hologram and a robot ever since.
Wow.
No one actually knew that.
Until
Why do you think he
just
never
now?
changes his clothes? He's a billionaire, but why does he wear jeans and a gray shirt?
Adam, now we're gonna all get killed.
That's fine.
I mean,
We can leave the singularity, fine, or join the singularity.
wait.
It's
So
all
if we,
the Matrix.
yeah. So
That's okay. I like the
Hey,
Matrix.
Hey, Matrix
Would we rather-
Matrix theory combined with what's the reincarnation? You die in the Matrix and your body's just your
Reanimated in a
consciousness
new
is just
universe.
Put back in as a different
You,
life.
yeah, you just respawn,
Yeah. Yep.
dude. What it?
y'all want to respawn?
What if you die and you don't actually like say if I shot you right now, Corey, right? And you're dead. You're dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Instead of like you go into heaven or hell or purgatory or like reborn as a baby.
It's like an Avatar creation.
not even that. You're just you're essentially just I was thinking at first you're teleported to somewhere else on the same world, like
You're
Earth,
fast
but then-
traveling, basically.
Yeah, but then you could like find your way back. What if I shot you right now and you're instantly just translated into a different multiverse to where I didn't kill you, like you just respawn? And
I've
it's
thought
just
about that a
endless.
lot.
That's not even a respawn. That's just a transfer. But then,
Yeah.
what happens to the Corey in that universe that existed up until that point?
Now Adam gets to suffer
merge.
in that universe.
No, he's saying like the universe that you go to is you merge. He's like, what happens to the Corey that existed in that universe that you go to? You merge,
Oh,
and that's
whoa.
what the Mandela effect is,
Okay.
because you're starting to misremember things. So if you ever feel the Mandela effect, someone just kills you,
That's
or you
weird.
died.
Huh. Well, I haven't died that often, I think, then.
Let's say, what
I've
the
died a
fuck
couple
did
times.
the Berenstain Bears do to kill me?
The nukes went off in 1992.
Or
So-
2012, the CERN processor?
Yeah. Oh my god, that one actually fucks with me.
Yeah.
Was it?
Let me.
Go for it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I'm getting the mic. So, the
I'm getting
CERN
the mic.
particle accelerator. We made, was it an Element 115?
Yes.
Yeah. Element 115, we were successfully
learning on
made
this
it.
podcast.
We were able to synthesize it.
Yeah, yeah. So it actually existed, but
It's the
somebody.
same element that Bob Lazar said propelled the crafts that he had in Area 51.
Okay.
It's like the government has a stable version of it, and there was like, oh, it doesn't exist, and then eventually we were able to synthesize it. I don't think we were able to make a stable version because it's really fucking hard, but we were able to actually make it and prove it that it exists under this collider, and it's actually on the
forget who,
periodic table. Now.
But somebody was.
What was it
said
called again?
Element 115.
Element 115.
It essentially is an element that has its own gravity field.
So what is the element called again? Not just 115, but like the actual name of it?
I don't know.
Okay.
115.
Most synthesized elements, since they're not even around for more than freaking 2 half-lives or something, are just numbers.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was
Moscovium.
theorized that if CERN were to actually succeed in creating element 115, it would basically create a singularity on the surface of the planet and end all existence as we know it. The theory being that the CERN processor did in fact do that, but the shockwave of the singularity just basically knocked us into an adjacent universe and we just continued. Which, you know, does anything feel real since 2012?
Well, that's the
15,
thing, too,
12,
because,
12.
like, I've never even heard about the Mandela until sometime after
So,
2012.
yeah. That was the only time where it really came up in life.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
2013, 2014 is when I started learning about it, seeing those videos. But
You know,
before
even-
then, I never heard about it. I mean, maybe it existed because in this universe,
Right, I mean,
it did
how old
exist
were
prior
you
to
at
that.
2012, though?
Like 13, 12.
Yeah, so like...
oh,
I wasn't
God, I
really
would have been
surfing the
10?
internet at that
What?
time.
Would I have been 10?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, I would have been 10 years old. Oh my God. I'm sorry, just 2012 me being 10 makes me want to lose my shit.
What if the world actually did end in 2012? Like we all thought. I remember it legitimately actually being scared for a little bit. Because I was like, oh, fuck, it's December. It's 2012. Oh, fuck, we're all going to die. And then it hit and I was like, oh, Happy New Year's. But what if at that moment, instead of the world ending the way we thought, the CERN processor, like he's saying, actually did something. And maybe it did fucking fuck up that universe, but something happened. Was it the shockwave knocked us into a different universe? Or what if, what my theory is,
Just
we all
killed
died.
us all and we just merged.
Yeah, we just merged, and like you technically can't die.
So
Beatification.
I talked about this with an older friend of mine, where it's that idea. It's so he was telling me a story about how a guy wanted to prove that if I jump off of this cliff, I'm going to survive in my universe, no matter what. In your universe, I might die. I don't know, but he did. He threw himself off a fucking canyon, and he killed himself in what would be our universe, I guess. But he thinks that because of all this going on, he basically jumps off. He's going to be injured, but he's still going to go to the hospital, and he's still going to survive, and he's still going to live the rest of his life. And that's the idea that my friend was following in the
Or he
sense
might
of,
have died in our universe and we miss him, but we just didn't collide with the universe he went into.
exactly.
Because maybe he hit the ground so hard that knocks you into a different universe.
And so my friend Jeremy, he tries to live his life by that rule of like, well, if I do die, I'm always going to be coming back, so it doesn't matter.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thought, though. Because what about when you're old if you die
Is
by
that
natural causes?
exclusive to humans?
I don't necessarily think so.
So every plant you fucking murder, it remembers. It's going to come back when you merge with that
hell.
universe.
Karma, man.
It's true.
That one blade of grass that you mowed
God
20 years
damn.
ago.
I'm sorry. Grass
Sorry,
blade
grass.
number 1638 specifically.
That's early grass.
That's early grass. That's the beginner grass.
Grass 1.0.
Beta grass.
Beta grass. We're all just on like the 3000th version of Minecraft. That's all this is.
No. What if we were like ever upgrading the universe?
We
what
Minecrafted
if we were ever
updated so
upgrading-
hard that we got Minecraft in Minecraft.
No, what if
again.
we were ever updating the universe and then around 2012 someone fucked up and reverted us to a beta copy and now we're all just glitched out and fucked.
Now we're all just very dazed and confused
Yeah.
and trying to figure out why all this is going on.
fuck, they're self-aware. Shit.
We gotta fix this! And then we're just... This, I guess, would be the simulation breaking down.
It's Matrix.
Well, I was talking to him the other night of if the simulation does exist and we're so self-aware of it and there are people that actually believe it, why can't we break out of it? Why can't we prove it? Why don't they come and try to like change it?
Because I'd be proving the point. If they just
Because
never,
no matter how sure you are of the Matrix existing,
you never really know.
you can never fully confirm it. And if that is,
But you can never fully deny it. It's like
It's the same explanation of God.
Well, yeah, religion, yeah. Because there's some people that like without a doubt believe it, but like,
What are you gonna do to prove it to me, bitch?
Yeah, even if you provide lack of evidence and whatever, and science and shit, they're like, oh well, I mean, you can't disprove
Yeah.
it. I'm like, you're right, but like, you can't prove it.
No, that would actually be a really cool way to try to talk to someone from the church. And so if they try to bring up this idea of God, and you're like, okay, listen. You want to talk about God, the person that created the simulation would be your God. That just...
see, the issue with that is that people from the church don't.
well, then they would
follow
think, well, who
traditional
created
logic.
They don't
them?
give a
God.
No, they don't give a fuck because I've seen people literally be like, "What do you mean God isn't real? The Bible exists." It's like that's literally plugging a power outlet into itself. Like you can't look at stuff that
The Bible.
of
is just
course
a
the
book.
Bible says God is real. It's the Bible. You can't use that as proof
It's
because
the most widely believed piece of fiction
Yeah.
that has ever existed.
yeah.
Well, it's like older philosophy standard by that, and like, God exists, therefore God exists. That is not even a bullshit. That is a real quote. I can't remember who the fucking person was. I should ask.
It's a self-fulfilling
Yeah.
thing, and
It follows itself by basically saying, if I have a watch, there's going to be a creator of that watch. If there is a rock, there's got to be a creator of that rock.
But the
now,
whole thing is,
but
too,
you're just saying
if God exists, who created God? Or if the simulation exists, who created the
No.
simulation? But who created them?
it's not like what you said with the watch thing. It's like that's more like this watch exists, therefore this watch exists. It's like, of course, you can say that about the watch because we can agree it exists.
but there had to
But
be a creator
you
for that
can't
watch.
say that about something that you can't perceive
What about-
to exist.
What about this? I was listening to a podcast the other day, and they brought up the idea of
Listening to a podcast, talking about a podcast.
yes,
Crazy.
yeah, podception.
Podception.
And the idea was how obviously human life, we're always gonna end up to like an oasis like state of like VR and like simulation. We're always gonna end up creating that. And what if by the time we create that, we enter that simulation and then everything just starts over? So essentially, we are in a simulation upon a simulation because our society with technology will always advance to that point to where we always want that. We always get into it, and then eventually we just merge, and it's just a loop over. So what simulation number are we in?
So
the Matrix.
It's the Matrix.
we've been just going into
the end of the second
Matrix, into
Matrix
Matrix,
movie.
into Matrix,
Is
into
it?
Matrix.
Where-
Spoilers.
It's all the Matrix. It's just more Matrix. It's the Matrix within the Matrix.
Matrix within the Matrix, within the
Matrix
Matrix,
within
and the
Matrix
Matrix.
within Matrix. It's all the Matrix.
Everything's
And
Matrix.
that just gives you the paradox of, oh, we've always been in a matrix and a matrix. You think you're out, but you're still in. But
Wait.
where did it start? It's
Wouldn't-
shit that can never be answered.
Couldn't you connect that to the whole
What if we just always do the same loop and it's always the same? And we
that
always
the
have
Big
that
Bang,
That's what I'm
the,
saying.
the
That's
big,
what I'm saying.
everything's coming
always the
in,
exact same.
everything's going back out, new simulation. That's all it is.
Solve where it started.
You never will. How do you have a loop if there's no beginning point?
I
And
mean,
it's also
that-
like
I guess
time though.
someone-
Time isn't linear.
Maybe someone did time travel and then fucked it all up, and we're just in the feedback loop.
Now we're just very
Somebody did
confused.
time travel once, and we're just like, well, fuck.
Where's your Uncle Joe?
It was Uncle Joe.
Fucking God damn it, Uncle Joe.
Damn.
How
And
far are
with-
we in?
Yeah, I was gonna say with that loop,
Yep.
pun intended, that we just drew with Uncle Joe. I think that's a good wrap up for episode 5
Yeah.
of the In the Truck.
Thank you, Trevor, for joining
Thank
us.
you for hijacking our entire show. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Today's
Jesus Christ.
existential crisis brought to you by roommate number 3.
Yeah. Insert gas to continue, y'all.
Enter gas and continue.
And if you want a little bit of extra gas,
You have to say goodbye to Trevor. You have to kiss the screen and say goodbye to Trevor. Just as a
you have
heads
to
up.
say goodbye to Trevor.
Papa loves you. Give me a kiss. Mwah.
Bye, Trevor.
And another one over here for Adam's hell of leveling.
You didn't.
You're welcome.
Wait, you gotta do the kiss. You didn't do the kiss.
Mwah.
There it is.
I hope you realize that it's all mono. So Trevor's just like mwah, mwah. They're in both ears.
I mean, the attempt is satisfaction.
Yeah, that's fair. We'll know that you went between mics.
Thank y'all for listening.
Yeah, thanks.
Check out the Patreon.
Yeah, if you want a little bit of extra content, if you want to hear about Uncle Joe,
If you want to hear about Uncle Joe,
go check out the Patreon.
if you want to hear about me cooking,
Yeah, cooking crackers,
yeah,
cooking crack, more like it.
you should go subscribe to her Patreon,
Yeah.
Trevor.
I have no money.
Fair enough.
Neither do we.
Neither
do we. Whoa! Is that Uncle Joe?
Uncle
Whoa!
Joe? Oh my God!
He's the time traveler. Why are you coming back to us?
You weren't scheduled till next
Put that down!